Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. In today's video, we are going to be doing a reading. So I know that this is outside of my typical posting schedule, but you guys know that in between my main collective reading videos on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I often like to record what I refer to as mini readings, which are these sort of in-between reading videos. So I am going to go ahead and start by shuffling the traditional tarot cards and getting into the reading. Okay, so the first card that I have here is actually the Eight of Wands in the reverse position. And the affirmation on this card says, I embrace patience and clarity amidst delays and confusion. So it was my intention to leave this reading a little bit open-ended just to allow whatever wanted to come through. And I'm actually getting a message related to someone's life path, and I'm actually hearing someone's soul path. I am getting the letters A, R, U, B, and Y, so those could be in someone's first or last name here. But what I'm getting here is this sense of wanting to rush ahead into something and then feeling delayed or feeling held back in some way. I'm getting like this wave of chills. So I know that this is connecting with someone in a meaningful way, but I'm getting this energy of chaos and maybe even a little bit of panic around this sensation of trying to push forward into something and then feeling pulled back again. And I feel that for the person I'm tuning into here, this is almost creating a sort of cycle of frustration where you're trying to push ahead into something, to create something, to do something, and then suddenly it's almost like you feel stopped or delayed or held back from being able to do that. You feel sabotaged. That's the word I was looking for. Almost like you're being sabotaged energetically somehow from moving forward in some way. But I'm picking up that there's actually something much deeper going on here. So while something feels stuck, I feel like there's clarity that can only be received through this period of time where something is feeling very stuck. I'm getting that if you try to move forward and you feel delayed or sabotaged or like you're just being pulled back again, it might be because where you are precisely right now actually still has more to teach you. And sometimes this teaching doesn't even happen on a conscious level. It's a subconscious integration. Now, I know that we are already getting very quantum right away in this reading, which has been happening a lot lately if you've been following the channel, but I feel that some of you are actually manifesting through more of those quantum level messages. I got the name Lori or Laurel, Lauren maybe for someone. I'm also seeing beads, like maybe a bead necklace or something in my mind's eye. So this is very interesting because this actually relates to a message that I was downloading but hadn't really found the words to describe earlier today. And this message was actually around sorry, I'm getting like comfortable in my chair here. But this message was actually around soul contracts and how sometimes we can get frustrated within a soul contract because we don't understand why someone is still in our lives. Now, I don't know if your particular situation relates to a specific person, but this could be a friend, a family member, an employer. Really, it doesn't even have to be a person, because we can have a soul contract even with an environment, with a job, with a location. And a message coming through really strongly is that if you're still in something and every time you try to move out of it, there's all of this feeling of tension and resistance that comes up, even if consciously it makes sense to move away from it, you just can't for some reason. You feel like you just have to be where you are, like it's just not the right time to move away from whatever that person, thing, circumstance, job, environment is. The reason for this may be because you actually still have a soul contract with that particular person or thing. And because that soul contract is still active, the two of you, or again, it could be an environment that you're interacting with, but regardless, you have something to contribute to each other and to teach each other. And there's still more energy to be integrated from that person or from that experience. Now, on the flip side of this, when the soul contract ends or is completed or fulfilled, we will notice that people fade out of our lives really quickly, almost uncontrollably. Now, of course, this isn't something to fear. It's not like there aren't people that we have lifelong soul contracts with, because of course, many of our contracts are actually meant to continue evolving and expanding and growing. They don't have these kinds of deadlines, so to speak, but there are certain temporary soul contracts in our lives that when that purpose is completed, that person just fades out of our life, almost like they were never even on our timeline or in our reality. And many of us have experienced this. I got the letters S-T-O-N and E, which of course spells stone. I don't know if that's someone's name or something along those lines, but I'm just getting this sense of someone almost feeling like they're running in place, like exerting a lot of energy to be somewhere different than they are, or to transplant themselves somewhere else, or to get out of something. And yet they feel very stuck. They feel like that energy expended is getting them nowhere. And the message coming through here so strongly is the reason you feel as though you're running in place, so to speak, is because the divine is keeping you exactly where you are for a reason. Now, I just saw 1111 in my mind's eye. Of course, if you are listening to this video near the time and day that I'm posting it, it is the 8th of November today, as of when I'm posting this video from where I am located currently. So of course, it could be a different time or day where you live, depending on where you are in the globe. And you also could be tuning in after the date of this initial release of the video. But we are coming up on the 11th of November. I really am feeling guided to do a video on the 1111 portal, because the energy of the 11th of November is actually incredibly powerful. And if you stumbled across this video, maybe it was to actually trigger something within you that would remind you of the powerful, potent energy of 1111. And I specifically heard intention. So maybe this is a wonderful time to, instead of expending so much energy to try and move yourself to a different situation, to actually pause and breathe and set some clear intentions for what you desire to experience in your life, and just release them to the universe without that expenditure of effort. Specifically, doing this around 1111 will make those intentions infused with an even greater kind of power. So do let me know in the comments if you're interested in seeing a video on the 1111 portal specifically. I would love to share more information about that. But also, if you do want to contribute your energy in a stronger way to this channel, and also be notified whenever I post new readings, then I do invite you to subscribe, join our beautiful community of like-minded, conscious, creative beings here on YouTube. I am so grateful for this beautiful, growing, expanding community that we have here. Okay, so there's something about pausing and seeing your reflection. So I got the name Timothy for someone. So there could be something coming up here around how being stuck where you are is actually allowing you to pause and reflect. But I'm hearing this isn't in a self-critical way. This is to allow you to see a layer deeper into something. And right as I said that, we have the 10 of Wands when I was kind of setting the intention for what you are reflecting on about yourself. And of course, the 10 of Wands relates to a sense of being overburdened or over-responsible or really weighting you down. And I so clearly heard what is weighting you down that you no longer need to carry. Now, normally I would say the word weighing you down, not weighting you down. But of course, weighting could also be spelled W-A-I-T-I-N-G. And we think of that as waiting for something. So maybe these dynamics are somehow connected, like the burden that you've been carrying is also keeping you feeling as though you are delayed or waiting for something. I'm hearing this is too heavy to carry into the next phase of your life. So for someone listening, you might be trying to move into another phase of your life without releasing some kind of burden, something that's been weighing you down energetically that has to be released before you can fully move into this next phase of your life. Because as we shift into higher and higher vibrational realities and timelines, we can no longer carry as much heavy, dense programming and psychological weight. It's reminding me of In the Power of Now, which I've talked about this book before. Of course, I highly recommend it to anyone who hasn't read it. But in that book, the author talks about psychological weight of the past and the present. So I'm almost seeing here this message around releasing this psychological burden of some kind that's weighing you down energetically and actually keeping you stuck, not to sabotage you, but to give you a moment to actually reflect deeper, to release this burden and to move more efficiently and harmoniously into that next level of your life, so to speak. So I'm going to channel a little more from this card, but it's interesting. I'm just picking up the sense of a lot of responsibility. So maybe you're feeling really responsible in general in your life, but I'm getting it's responsible for things that you actually can't control. So this is different than personal responsibility for your own life. Whatever you're feeling burdened by or responsible for are things that you feel that you actually have no control over. And this is what is making them so much of a psychological burden, because they are things that you feel that you are responsible for, but that you also can't really do anything about. And I feel that that is part of why this is weighing so heavily on your energy. I'm picking up something specific about the shoulder area. So maybe someone is carrying a lot of tension right now in their neck and shoulders, and you might find it beneficial to do some stretching exercises or yoga or something along those lines to kind of release some of that tension. Sorry, I had to pause there for a second, but I am going to go ahead and channel a bit more into what is trying to manifest in this next phase of your life, because as you release this psychological weight or this burden that's been weighing you down, I am really curious how you're going to actually be shifting into this powerful new phase of your life. But first, if you are dealing with this energy dynamic and this is connecting for you, I really recommend a couple subliminals that I've created. One is called 7 Chakra Clearing. The other is called Ultimate Alchemist Transformation. Now, these two subliminals combined are incredibly powerful because the 7 chakra clearing is a really comprehensive, deep level energy clearing tool designed to clear out any blockages you might be storing subconsciously in any of the 7 chakra centers. This will help you feel so much more clear and grounded and stable and ready to move forward powerfully and with clarity into this really magnificent new phase of your life. The Ultimate Alchemist transformation is actually one of my favorites, however, because it really addresses many different areas of life, from money to success to physical appearance to how you connect with others to love. And it's really designed to get you aligned with your absolute ideal dream timeline in all of these areas of your life. So you guys know I'm so passionate about subliminals because they tap into the subconscious mind, which is actually the powerhouse of the mind. I've manifested so many things into existence in my life using subliminals on a daily basis. So I now have created and am sharing my own library of them through my app, Sound and Soulful, which is now available in both the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. So you can find it by searching Sound and Soulful in the app stores. You can also download it directly by clicking the link in the pinned comment and description box underneath this video. And when you sign up in the app, you can create your own custom private playlists. You can listen to any subliminal I've created in 10 different background sound options. You can also read the affirmations while you are listening. So to get started, you can click the link that I've left underneath this video. Okay, so let's talk about what's coming in this new powerful phase of your life. I really, really love the energy here. Okay, so the first card here is the 8 of Swords reversed. So I just felt this like drop in my stomach, like when you're on a roller coaster and you're going down a hill. Maybe a roller coaster is a significant imagery for someone. I'm also seeing a pine tree for some reason. Now, you guys know I do like to look up these symbols when they come up in the reading. So I am going to channel a bit more into that pine tree symbolism. Of course, this also could resonate with some of the holidays coming up here if you do celebrate Christmas and other seasonal sorts of holidays and activities coming up in November and December. But I also want to channel a bit more specifically from this 8 of Swords card. And the strongest word that I'm getting from this card is freedom. That the greatest manifestation that you are going to be experiencing in this new phase of your life is your own freedom. And I feel that this is freedom from that psychological burden that we were talking about, but I feel that actually it goes even deeper than that. I feel that you're freeing yourself from other things and dynamics as well, in ways that you might not even fully expect. So we are going to be channeling into that. But I also feel this freedom itself gives you a brand new perspective on yourself and your life. So now I'm actually looking at that pine tree symbolism we were talking about. So this is about eternity, immortality, and eternal life. It's interesting because when you think of something going on continuously, I'm thinking of the infinity symbol, which, of course, I like to relate with this channel and with our collective. It's a symbol of longevity and endurance. Ooh, this is interesting. Its ability to withstand harsh conditions, its steadiness and resilience. So I feel that you're really being admonished to acknowledge your own resilience through something. This could be through that situation that has felt really heavy on you. I'm hearing to acknowledge the toll something has taken on you, the weight that it's been for you to carry, so that you can give yourself permission to release it. Because the sense that I'm almost getting here is someone is experiencing certain negative symptoms mentally or emotionally, and they seem completely random, and they're telling themselves, why am I feeling this way? I shouldn't be feeling this way. But I'm getting that book, The Body Keeps the Score, by the way. Maybe that book is relevant for you. But it's also interesting. There's something here about the mind-body connection and how you are manifesting these negative experiences or sensations as a result of something that you've psychologically been carrying around, but that you're telling yourself isn't really that heavy or shouldn't be affecting you that much. But it's actually been a lot heavier. It's weighing on you a lot more than I feel you've allowed yourself to acknowledge. And somehow just acknowledging that, I feel, gives you the permission to set it down, to release it. The affirmation on this Eight of Swords reverse card says, "New truths guide me to a deeper understanding and acceptance." I heard something about putting down a weapon and putting down a sword, giving up a fight. So maybe there's some kind of internal conflict, or maybe an external sort of disagreement or conflict with another person. And you are being guided just to let go of the need to rationalize or figure this out or prove something or prove your case to someone or to a situation that really isn't your responsibility anyway, that is just leaking some of your powerful, beautiful energy that could be invested in another direction. Yeah, I feel like this is you seeing some kind of new path that becomes very clear to you. I heard 3 days, so this may actually indicate that as of 3 days of when you see this video, within the next 3 days, you may actually be having the experience of a new pathway here becoming very clear and evident to you. And I'm hearing no other way. So it's like you realize a way forward, but it's because of a shift energetically that you've made within yourself that I actually feel some of you listening may make that shift within yourself as a result of some kind of realization that has been triggered within you during this reading. So that might actually be why you manifested forth this video today. So wow, that is feeling like such a powerful place to close the reading. Thank you so much to all of you who have brought your beautiful, powerful energy to this space. I am sending you all huge amounts of love and light energy. If anything here did connect with you personally, I would love to hear from you in the comments section. Of course, I also invite you to subscribe to the channel, join our beautiful community of like-minded, conscious, creative beings here on YouTube. You can also follow me on Instagram at Magnetize Yourself, where I post more energy updates, inspiration, and information. And of course, if you do want to start reprogramming, rewiring your own subconscious mind, manifesting your dreams, becoming magnetic for what you desire in life, then the link to download my Subliminals app to help you do that is in the pinned comment and description box underneath this video. I hope you have a magical, amazing rest of your day, and I will connect with you here again in the next video.